it's going to be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But if you fight tomorrow from the lower bracket, then it's not going to be quite easily. So scratch what I said. There's only they need to win just the best of one or the best of 3 today, and they can just chill. Now this is easier said than done. Players are ready. They are connected to servers. The music has stopped. Let's see what is going to be the storytelling here. What's up, Clairo, and what's up, everyone who has been joining in? It looks like Team 9 is crowd's favorite based on the poll that was released in the chat. Let's see if they're going to fail to deliver or not. All right, and we have begun. 9 on T, SASHI on CT. Lucky charm, what's it gonna be? No one has a defuse kit and just a flashbang from Zyphon. Interesting pick, tries to go on mid, and no information was revealed. Already the first round, and both teams are playing really tactically, no rushing, no nothing. I mean, pistol round is quite crucial. But still, the patience that both teams display. Cabby gets flashed, get to keep his head any longer. Oh, gets headshotted, somehow still manages to live. But not for long. And now with the B bomb site already been taken, they have to figure it out together to go for a retake. Oh, what was that double kill here from CT? Shot misses his opportunity, and suddenly this becomes a disastrous scenario for Team 9. Oh, no way, I really thought if he got the second one, beyond Lenny, I would have gone insane. And what a beautiful retake here. It's like Mr. with that double kill. And Acre helping him did the trick. Well, at least got the bomb planted to get some extra money. That been worse. And this map picks belongs to Team 9, so we can expect some momentum and some strats coming up from them. Oh no, okay, wow. I really thought that it was going to be a disaster. Right? Jot died early and also blocked, I believe which was there was Flay. And they made a quick recover from that. One minute left on the clock. 4 against 3. Not that many abilities and no defuse kit introduced. Still having that one player advantage could do the trick if you go for trades. It should still be fine. I'm not sure it is rim free. I believe there were some people speculating that there might have been some visa issues, and this is the reason that Jot is placing rim free. But I don't know what to say. But one thing that I know for certain is that Flay did that amazing double kill, managed to secure the round, and early in the series, early in this map, caught up with SASHI. Let's look again on the replay. Yeah, it was this part which was really tough here. Blaney and Storm successfully managed to close that one up. There is a small technical timeout. Perhaps it's something really small with one of the players' PCs or setup. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. And also, if you look at SASHI, they are playing with also some replacements. No, not on SASHI, on Team 9. Excuse me. With Rim 3 missing, Sijot had to step in. All right, and we have begun with a timeout. This is the VRS forecast, as I've mentioned, right? So SASHI, 68. By winning this, they go up 7 positions, and for Team 9, it's going to be a significant win, 21 positions. They're going to benefit the same treatment that Team EAC had benefited from their victory against Team Infinite. Have to just figure that out. So it's a pretty important match. And SASHI should be locked in more than ever. They should be the pillar to stop them from securing 21 points. I'm not sure what is the issue, but judging from players' reaction, they're waiting for an admin to help them with one of the deaths. Probably it's an issue on SASHI's side. Who knows? Oh, okay, so the issue is way smaller. It's something related with one of the coaches' mic problem. I believe it was due to the timeout that Team 9 had, and players could not hear him. And speaking of that, Barry is the coach for Team 9. He's been in this ride for quite a few years, right? Starting from 2024 December, 2 years. And having a 53% win rate. So many Danish team or so many players from Denmark are present at DraculaN, which is really nice, honestly. Oh, I see there's some gestures from Handan related to his microphone. I believe his mic might also have sort of an issue, but should be something that... Quickly. Uh, no new information related to this. All I can say is that let's be positive about it. Things went pretty smoothly up until now, and I'm surely Dale will continue moving smoothly from now on as well. All right, looks like the music stopped. Oh, never mind. We go for a second time. Wow, 2 timeouts after the first round. All that, that's surely something that you don't see quite often. Or at least I don't see it. I'll be honest. Oh no, okay. It was yeah, it was due to the fact that the mic, the microphone of the coach was not working. The tactical has been refounded, so in the end, it's just going to be 1 tactical. All right. Sorry, I got a little bit confused about the UI there for a moment, but now we good. Now we good. Alrighty. Would you look at that? Even though we are only on round number 3, the economical impact leave quite a mark on SASHI. We still try to go for that first buy. If they take this one, surely it's going to leave a mark. Oh my god, the perfect crosshair placement. Someone needs to check Ralph's PC. Yeah, because I'm obviously joking. It was quite up on spot. Oh, flashes swap, but in the end, that is not going to result in any kill. Good, good strat there, but unfortunately, they're going to walk away empty-handed. Another one goes for the... Whoa, what was that? Double kill from Zypod on Team Flag. I think we have to see a replay on that, and suddenly things starting to looking a little bit better for SASHI. Look at the play, barely surviving in that single digit of HP. If Cabby can secure a kill, looks like one goes already down the line, and the second one as well. What are you doing? Beautiful execution. What a nicely godly duo from Aker and Cabby. Successfully winning this post buy, ladies and gentlemen. Insanely executed. Ooh, whoa, what was that pick, man? Gabby did not see that one coming, that's for certain. Holy macaroni. What the hell? If you look at weapons, they'll have up an advantage. They'll have to play with one less player now, so. Fortunately, no replay on that QK deal. That's fine. Looks like the player advantage from 9 already went away. Never mind, Sujot is here to make sure that's not going to be it. And BC, the only one left alive. Oh my god, what a beautiful tap. Like the first one connects. He has to try. And the second one goes as well. Oh my god. What an opportunity to go for a play, but there is that much you can do while you have to face three players who are basically covering the same angle from multiple positions. Nicely executed from Team 9. Good try from BC. And for those who put a bet for dual kills, those are the odds between Aker and Flay. Now these guys are going on flash, delivering flash Sahur. But they decide, Storm decides to go back. Okay, short is being stacked. He's going to die, like outside, but that's not gonna matter too much because the trade will make Team 9 come up on top of SASHI. On top on SASHI. Might be here, a little bit of contact. Let's see from Zypher what he can do. Misses several shots. Still doesn't give away. Yeah, not much that it could be done. Okay, there was an AK close to him, but didn't even stand a chance against remaining players. All right, 3-2, 9. Living up to their mapping, doing an incredible job. Fully going on eco. Oh, okay. First one connected. He's shot. We try to go for multiple kills. Gets 2 for the price of 1. But that's going to be it. Speed running. I'm surprised that SASHI does not request any timeout whatsoever. And even though it's Team 9's map pick, do not have an incredible score or an incredible history on this map, so anything can happen. It can go both ways, that's for certain. Like this double boost here. Holding from Ecker. No information has been revealed yet. Playing it slowly, by the book. You might see here the first kill, but Mister is getting welcome with a bullet in his head. Cabby will soonly close this gap. But, oh no, what was this? I really thought Sijot had BC, but BC turned around and killed him. Well, that's an unfortunate outcome. And it looks like the B side has already been secured and they'll have to go for a retake, but it's really hard. 2 small armors, and there it is. The person who was holding the only defuse kit is now dead. And Aker, as we seen from the kill feed, misses his shot, cannot confirm it, unfortunately. Gets one for himself, 2 against 2. And Team 9 continuing being on a run streak. Ever since that timeout kicked in, these guys have been on fire. Team 9's on fire. Da-na-na. I don't know how was this song. I only know the song with the This is on fire. Um, and now SASHI finally using their timeouts. That's what our timeouts for. And the things go wrong. The weapons names from the previous round, everyone else will just have to play with some pistols and some small armor. Obviously not a great start, but Akor with that up and having 7 kills and 4 deaths could make some wonders. Let's see if he can put that magic stick on a good use for those who got the reference. And it looks like the bullet already found Rails. C-Shot barely surviving that one. Lanny gets also killed. Ooh, unfortunate timing there, but still safe play from a imminent death, keeping that up a little bit longer. Bomb being dropped. 3 players are going to push. No utilities available for SASHI, so they have to solely rely on their shooting and aim. Missing multiple shots. Yeah, the bomb needs to be planted. Akor has a good angle towards CT and short. But 9 needs to be careful about with that time. As they don't have much play of doing it. 20 seconds left down the line. The gap is getting shorter and shorter. Akor got the confirmation it's going to be on A side. Will he be able to find the kill? Oh, Akor don't look away. You got a perfect timing though. 5 seconds left, the bomb needs to be planted. Zyphon comes from the high, manages to kill Flay. Can he stop the bomb plant? And will successfully manage to do so. And Tom, being the only one left alive, not going to do much of a difference as he cannot plant the bomb, neither can he stay alive. Nice executed here from SASHI. Play, got his hands on top. Akor well. See, duel of snipers. He's going to come up top too. Right, Akor takes some damage. Somehow still manages to survive. Throwing that molly is going to stop a push on short. Still, oh, there it is, Kobe! Or else gets spotted in the kill feed. Sejot can deliver this comeback if he throws a nade on Akor. But Akor is sitting at the car, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to achieve this one. Yeah, this is first map, which is Team 9's map pick. Is SASHI's pick, if I got it correctly. Let me double check to be. Yeah, Dust is Team 9's map pick. Well, at least he got the extra money from the bomb being planted, but Cj will have to fight for his life. Had a good position here from shooting, but again, it didn't turn out good. And Xiphon, just like that, delivering some taps, some bullets thrown there, and there it is. Taking another one by the books. It was so unfortunate from Flay, right? If you see now his angle, if you see his POV, he could have potentially went for a double kill there on short. Yeah, well, obviously he wasn't aware of that because we see have the X-ray and he doesn't. But if the circumstances would have been a little bit different, things would have had an outcome. Oh my god, look at this contact. No way! Flay fails to take this trade, then this is going to be a disastrous outcome for 9. Look at the flick of the risk. Akor is shooting them. It's more like boom boom sahur. Now Sijot, the only remaining player with a Tech 9 and a Dream. I don't even think he can just take a weapon and just hide. I won't believe he'll be allowed to do so. Oh no, why he's... Well, at least he got one. It's SASHI staying up strong. I don't want you to have a misconception or form a wrong idea. Even though SASHI is looking really strong, it's not like Team 9 cannot make this comeback. It's not like Team 9 can turn up the tides. It's just that SASHI successfully managed to basically close the gap between Team 9 and them. What separated them. Now we're 2 rounds away from closing the first half. And this is a really close game, as you can see by the scoreboard. Now, what it needs to be done, it's play Sijot, click some heads. No, actually Rouse, he has the digger. Rouse and Storm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know it was a small pause, and perhaps you might have enjoyed it or you might have not, because it was too quiet. And one other thing that I would like to say is that I would like you to also welcome the second broadcaster, which is going to be Sudi, the broadcaster. You might know him from Stream C. Today is my colleague. He joined right now in the perfect opportunity on the second half. Still, the score is 6-6. We're still on the first map. So welcome, Sudi. How are you feeling today? Have you seen any of the matches? What do you think about this season so far? And yeah.
Hey, hello. I'm getting a bit overwhelmed right now because you just got me into this with a lot of questions. I'm feeling well, and I like where this game is going, honestly. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the previous game between Infinite and EAC, but it came as a surprise with that result. And now, honestly, I wouldn't say no to a surprise in this game. I see 9 as favorites. I see that so far everything is going bar for bar. They're not letting the other team take the control for too long. I see a 1v1 won by Bielani here, and now that I'm warmed up as well, I really want to see what can 9 offer on the city side, because from my point of view 6 rounds on the T side is more than enough, and you could do a lot with that in case you win the pistols. You just won the pistols, so now what's actually gonna stop 9 from taking control of the second half is the question.
Yeah, that's actually a good point here. And also one thing to mention is that the Team 9 is playing with Sijot, who is being benched. So they are not necessarily going with the full roster. They go with Sijot. We already know Sijot from the previous DraculaN seasons. And so far, I would say this combination, it pays off. I mean, just look at the score, right? It's 7-6, and they're playing against a team who successfully managed to beat not only Fnatic, but also beat Team Liquid, and also they beat Sinners Esports, which is a team who played in Major for Stage 1. So it's a really tough opponent. It's not an easy opponent, Team SASHI, but so far 9 is doing an excellent job.
Yeah, we're talking about two teams with lots of experience, and as you've mentioned, all of these players as a team have some good results in the past, and they also have individual performances. We can talk about players like Zyphon or Aker for the whole day, and we wouldn't be able to get through their whole career. But now let's focus on the game a little bit, because I see the time running out, and I'm not doing well with anxiety when I see the time running out, because I want to see something. I know that the Danny CS, it's not really is not really looking as aggressive as the Balkan style we're used to, but I want to see action. I want to see SASHI get into the side. I want to see that scouts used, but Kabi will be the first one eliminated. Now Sejot's looking for another, just one he will get before he goes down, and it's time for SASHI to probably get to the point where the bomb will be planted, because I don't see Raul stopping them, not even with that flash thrown over. Time for a retake that shouldn't be that complicated. Now with just Bechi left, he's surrounded, and for sure it's gonna be an easy round once again. Bielani to be the one that stands out, and even though we're talking about just a half by, just a force by maybe from SASHI, it was still a quality round, and once again Bielani really wants to win the game. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I perfectly agree with you. And speaking of Bilani, I'm not sure. I think he's a really young player, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean,
Could be. I'm not that into him, honestly. It's not my first time watching him, but still, I know that Nine has had plenty rosters in the past few months. We could even go as far as a year, where they still had changes over changes, and honestly, you never know what's going on, but you always see them perform, which is something interesting.
yeah, I just got a confirmation. He's been playing for a lot of teams, and some of the being Big Academy and the CPH Wolves, 24 years old, and he has a lot of experience in the back end. Of course, this is shown on Team 9. He doesn't fail to shine and to convert that experience and help them coming up on top. So far, Team 9 doing excellent in their map pick. Now let's see if they're going to have enough to close it in, and SASHI will have to start with a small handicap here with just an AK-47, all of them being just small armors and you know, a couple of pistols. Good luck with that. Everyone is being stacked towards tunnels. About to see some contact. Oh, the shot took a little bit too early. Cannot convert the second one. And Flay misses his shot. Almost had an opportunity to get the pick there, but at least he can keep his head on the shoulders, give it a second try if it's going to come up. And okay, 4 against 4, 2 weapons. Think, okay, I was about to say that Cabby was asking Zyphon for a weapon, or at least the player model looks like he's about to ask. We're now 1 minute down the line, having all the possible positions there. It's in a good place. Waiting towards a rotation, perhaps to B bomb site.
It feels weird to see all that waiting once again, but I don't want to discredit the pistols, because one thing that DraculaN has always taught me is that the pistols can always find a way. This time BeLaNi is gonna make it a bit harder, but you can see Acre for the trade, and that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. This is the Acre we know, and he is gonna take a second as well. Now we just have Stomach and Fly, and they will have such a big mission on their shoulders. I don't even know if they want to handle it, because based on their position on the movement they have right now, they don't want to mess with SASHI after the bomb has been planted. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why you should never count out the pistols, because you know that when it matters the most, because currently SASHI going 3 rounds behind 9 would have been a bit dangerous for the whole map. And again, I'm thinking from SASHI's perspective. You have Nuke as the next map, so you'd always think that if you manage to somehow steal the map here, you're going on Nuke. And I don't know what 9 can do on Nuke, but I've seen SASHI on Nuke before, and I know that there's a lot of quality, there's a lot that they can do. Just 2 weapons saved. In the end, Acre is somehow going to survive this round. He's been the hero, so, well, he deserved it. So that's what I'm talking about. That's how the game should be played. You're waiting a lot for SASHI to do their play, but when they do it, it is going to be something big.
Honestly, I couldn't have said it any better. Look at BeLaNi, right? 15 with 7, being a star, having his presence on the server already. And even though SASHI just started with a couple of pistols and 1 rifle, it turned out so good for them. And yeah, that's a good point that you made there. You cannot count the pistols out, so any resource can be turned into a weapon and it can be lethal. And DraculaN is the tournament, and this is this type of event which doesn't fail to show these type of scenarios. So many good teams which on paper would have won the tournament were eliminated, and there were so many plays which we witnessed, and we were surprised and let our jaw drop.
I mean, you'll never know who's gonna win, actually, and that's the most interesting part. You're going into a tournament where basically everybody has a chance. You're gonna have a favorite, of course. You're gonna have Gamer Legion who come here as the big team, but you never know. So that's the most beautiful thing about DraculaN. Now we see a round where 9 are not actually going to conquer, I believe. I mean, okay, I've just said that you shouldn't count down the pistols, but let's be honest, these are just USPs. Of course, Tomek could be the hero, but it's hard to believe that after the round SASHI has just won, they're gonna let their guard down to just a few couple of Glocks and the weapon.
I mean, hey, in the end, Stomach can just get that AK-47 kill, and it says, okay, BeLaNi, there it is. There is your weapon. It's my gift to you, and be crazy with it. But that scenario is not going to happen anytime soon, as Stomach and BeLaNi have been killed. Play 6 HP, gets bats down the AK. But, oh my la la, look at Cabby, desperately trying, gets 1 tap, but... that's going to be it. And now there is no more round advantage for neither of these teams, and we have a really close game. But this was somehow foreshadowed from the first half, where we had a perfect 6-6. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, we already knew that we're gonna have a close game, so that's what you like to see. I mean. In the previous streams, in the previous seasons of DraculaN, we already knew that we're gonna stay here on these PCs until the middle of the night. Maybe, who knows where today gets us, because neither of these teams seem ready to lose, seem ready to give up. You see both on full guns. You have Fly and Acre ready to fight with the AWPs, and SMG for Stomach, who shows that 9 are not really that healthy when it comes to their finances, but still, you have someone to be a hero in both sides. You have Bielani and Icor also racing towards that top fragger, MVP, whatever you want to name it. And it's always going to be a good race when you see them active in every single round. You have them, you talk about them so much. I know that there are games where you start pronouncing the players more. And this time is going to be Acre. Cabby with the first kill. Raul's going to go down, so that makes SASHI control mid. It is Seja down to 17 HP as well, so probably not an easy round, but maybe if Fly decides to do something big here too, the smoke is gonna miss, and now he goes out. It was a bit risky. Sometimes you have to take the risks, but this was a bit too much if you ask me from Fly. He basically gave away the side to SASHI, who are not gonna stop anytime soon. Zyphon, he knows where both the players are. He won't be able to make it out of there alive, but at least the bomb has been planted, and now Acre is making sure that at least 9 are not gonna save an AWP. Probably they would have a chance if they try this retake, but they don't know how low Mr. is currently, so that's the main reason why they did not try anything here. So SASHI are now back in advantage. You, if you went to the bathroom at the end of the first half and now you came back, you don't understand what's happening. The game is always changing, and I feel like it's going to keep on changing. I feel like 9 are gonna give us a surprise any moment now as well to keep themselves close to SASHI.
And SASHI still staying up on top, coming up on top on Team 9. Ever since that pistol round seems to kicked in, and they successfully managed to miraculously turn a, from a couple of pistols, just converting into a full weapons. It's just like when you go on those websites and you upgrade. These guys had like a 10% chance of upgrading their pistols into a AK-47, and everyone successfully managed to do so. And would you look at that, economically speaking, Team 9 took a 1 to the stomach. Fly, Rouse, and CJot will have to play only with a pistol, and Rouse has a little bit difficulty on this map, but that's alright, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is Rouse the IGL? You might have this information, Sudi, for Team 9. I'm not sure who is the IGL, but in the end, it doesn't matter that much the individual performances, it matters the performance as a team, because in the end, the team is winning, and it's not one individual player. It looks like the flash kicked in. Already a trade has been witnessed in the kill feed, and Flay was successfully managed to kill. The leap there was easy, who had his hands covered, gives the shot coming from behind, will try to get the picks, but he unsuccessfully managed to do so, and Mr. will be the one who is going to unload his magazine on CJot. And he will be rewarded with a double-digit score. Yeah, we can look at that. So other things happened this round. Short was basically the terrain and the domain of all the deaths that occurred there. Really crazy, I would say.
Honestly, what just happened? That's the only question that comes to mind right now. So yeah, you were saying very well that Raul is the IGL. Sometimes you need the IGL to be more active when it comes to talking and just let the kills to anyone else. I mean, you have players like Bilani and Fly who could be star players in moments like this, but I don't know. It looks like the problem is running a bit deeper. Even when 9 are coming close, they never have that little thing to close out the round in their favor. And of course, that's gonna give SASHI a lot of confidence. Once again, 3 more rounds, and it means that SASHI are going home on Nuke with a 1-0 advantage, which is gonna be huge, because the main wish you have as a team coming to DraculaN this season is to stay in the upper bracket, to have the best seed of your group, and just qualify for the playoff, thinking that you're gonna play with a weaker team, let's say, or with a team taking the second, the third place in the other group. So talking about round number 19, Ralls is already out. We've been talking about him and his kills. This time he's gonna be spectating all over the map, and he's gonna lead his teammates into the side, while SASHI are gonna lose 2 players here, Bielani and Fly. As I was saying, you have the star players there, but you're not gonna have them forever, because there comes Bechi with 2 kills. He's down to 18, but it doesn't matter as long as he took the advantage from 9 and put it straight into SASHI's side. And the question is, when are 9 going to try these retakes? Because now Bielani goes down and Sejo, they already know where he is. They already know that he thinks that he has no chance, and now he's slowly going back. And with that being said, those 3 rounds we were talking about just became 2. And again, I like to ask questions. When are 9 going to give the answer? What has happened?
Yeah, it's really weird and hard to see. I mean, surely might be some misunderstandings or there might be some off timings, but considering that this is Team 9's map pick, surely you would have hoped for a little bit more different outcome. I mean, so far in the first half, 6-6, and even right now, 11-8 is not an impossible scenario to make a comeback, but surely it's going to be way harder to do so. And the second map, it's going to be Nuke, and if the so to say scenario of the game will present into a similar setup on how it was between Infinite and EAC, then it might be a 2-0 if Team 9 not have anything to say regarding this, because Nuke is a really hard map and depends how comfortable are you with this map. Because I'm going to make a reference to the previous game, right? Even though EAC started on T side, these guys were 5 rounds over Team Infinite. So if you know Nuke and you have strats on Nuke and this is a comfortable pick for you, it won't matter which side you start on. So I wouldn't put all my eggs into Nuke basket, or I wouldn't put all my hope into Nuke that Team 9 might rob Team SASHI for it. And what I will do my best is try to focus to secure your map pick and maybe have everything else on Ancient, because losing your map pick for sure it's going to have some sort of a impact on probably on your mental, probably on confidence, and whatever follows up to that.
Yeah, something that gives me hope if we're talking about 9 is that they look inspired on the T side. And on Nuke, that is something that matters really much, because you need to win a few rounds on the T side when it's harder. And after that, you might have it a bit easier on the CD side. So probably if they keep the same inspiration, if they feel good, and if the bullets are going in as well, because you also need that, well, why not? Why not? I mean, we've seen many sweeps, we've seen many switches between maps and different type of games where we did not expect the team to steal the map of the other. But it's too early to talk about it, because look, Sejet and Fly still have a bit of hope, a bit of energy to put into Dust 2. That's true, it's still 35 seconds left of this round, so we're not going to say that 9 are going to win this round, because they still have just one more gun, and until the players from B are going to rotate over to the A side, Ralls is going to be in big danger. So let's see the utilities, let's see how SASHI make it out of this. In my opinion, if they manage to win this round, even though 9 are going to have the full weapons, is the perfect test and is the perfect way to show that you deserve to win a map. Baker, he's gonna catch Bilani. The bomb is down already. There's another from Becci, and suddenly that advantage we were talking about is gone. But Sejot is bringing it back, and that HP on Cabby and Becci is not looking good. So it is 9 till the end. They've lost 2 players. They started to have a bit of anxiety when they were looking at this round, but in the end, it is 11-9, and 9 are gonna keep it going, at least for now. They have better money. We'll take a look at the replays. That shot from Fly was beautiful, and the reaction from Aker was also great. SASHI came close. I would say that SASHI came close, but this time it was clear that the advantage that 9 took in the early moments of the round was just too big for them to lose it after that.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And the positioning and timing was specifically the ones that were the decisive factors for Team 9. And if they continue playing it this round, then this gap will surely be closed. Even though SASHI has 2 rounds over Team 9, I wouldn't say that there's too much of a difference when it comes to both teams, especially when mechanically they are quite close on it. I think it all comes down to either strats or some timings, or basically trades, failed trades, etc., which thinks that, you know, small or medium micro or macro mistakes, which all put together basically make the round differently. And now Nine will have to play with one player less, but still Fly has the up. He can still make wonders with that stick. Let's see if it's going to be the scenario.
Hard to say it for now. Once again, SASHI are gonna go back to what they know to do best, because they've tried to be aggressive. They tried to maybe surprise Nine in a way or another. They rushed anyways, and we just got to see what that means and what the effect of that rush would be. So this time you better sit back, but not for too long. BLani will step out. Rolls is gonna take a kill as well. There's the trade from Aker, but it's not enough as this is a 2v3. And even if you take the B side here, you'd still have to survive a 2v2 retake, but Cabby will not get in because there's still Raul on his position, ready for another. Aker with one, and can we see a 3v1? No, we can't, because Fly is gonna have a different opinion, and suddenly double digits for 9 as well. Raul is feeling better, Sejat is smiling, and overall it looks like 9 are feeling better now. Bielan is still locked in, and you really need him to be locked in. Once again, we've pronounced his name for a few rounds in a row, and he's still gonna do it. Currently 21 kills, and Aker is still a top fragger though.
Yeah, and suddenly the advantage has slowly started to fade away. Okay, one round is an advantage for SASHI. If you look at the economy, BC has 10 AK, and they'll have to pull up a similar performance as they previously did from the time when they had only a couple of pistols and an AK. Looks like the first one connects, and what a flash here on Stomach. He doesn't die, but he cannot convert. He has struggled converting. He needs to either make a kill, or otherwise he'll be giving away a weapon. He gave away a weapon. It's a 4 versus 3. Just 2 players have small armor, no utilities on their side, and the op is just chilling on site, who has a good position towards long. No utilities available. It's going to be really hard to take that one, especially if you decide to go towards that A side. Luckily, there's still 1 minute left, and the bomb is in their possession. Let's see how this can be played up. I don't know, if Flay gets a pick here, it's going to be encouraging, but it's pretty risky. I'm curious that no one is going to flank. There it is. Mister will find his demise. However, even though there is an op, they will still be pushing. It's 3 against 2 with 30 seconds left down the line. It looks like go down the way. Cabby having a difficulty to confirm that kill. And now C-Shot against Aker and Cabby. He needs to pull up this flash. 20 seconds left remaining. Beautiful Molotov is going to find that place loud and clear. And now SASHI. You can see that excitement on his face. They are sitting on a match point with 1 round away from stealing the map pick from Team 9. And would you look at that? 22 kills, 12 deaths, and 102 ADR. Aker making his presence on the server, being an important pillar for SASHI.
It just feels like this ending of the map is so awkward. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that basically the whole game is on the table right now, because it's not just the first map, but we've just said that SASHI are gonna steal away a map, and that means the nuke, it's looking a lot better for them. I don't know, I'm just feeling awkward when I'm seeing these plays, and I'm just feeling awkward whenever we get to a point like someone is fully blinded and nobody's gonna take care of him, like it was previously shown in Pit. But with that being said, yeah, Aker, major finalist. He's here in Romania. He got to the major final right next to a Romanian, so now he has to make him proud on a home soil. So let's see if SASHI have what it takes to close out the map and go over to nuke with that advantage we've been talking about over and over again. And looking at the guns, I mean, it's fine for a 9, but they already lost control of long. They did not try to challenge. Instead, they sent Fly straight into mid, and it's looking good for now, because in case SASHI want to go out of there, I'm sure that Fly is going to be able to steal something, and if not, maybe he will come right behind them when they expected the less. So once again, we get to the waiting game, and I'm sure that if here on Dust 2, which is a combat map, we have this waiting game coming from SASHI, we can't wait to see it on Nuke, because we're probably gonna start talking about different things, because we're gonna have to wait a lot. 2 kills so far coming from 9, who are not ready to give up their map. We've seen SASHI in this situation previously. They were close to challenging 9, but they failed. Maybe this time they will take their revenge. Zyphon is going to take out Stomach in a better position there, but he's down to 36 HP. Kabi is also low, but he's going to take a kill too. So it is a 3v3. Maybe this time it will be SASHI's turn to take a round from a situation like this.
I mean, it is all or nothing, literally. This is the only chance for 9 to continue and hope for that sweet overtime. There's no more second chance. So far, it's a race against time. They still have the defuse kit, but the players are keep falling one by one, and it's just Zyphon 1v1 against Rouse, and just like that, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, in the end, it's not going to matter because SASHI would successfully manage to get the winning kill, and in the end we have our winner. But to take that up, and Sudi was here to assist of what happened, and he can also share a little bit of insight on how he thinks the things are going to look like. So yeah, really curious.
Like I said, when Dust 2 was still going on, I believe that if 9 can find the same inspiration on the T side like they had on Dust 2, why not? Why not just let them take this map and let's say we're gonna go to Ancient in the end? But if SASHI are the same strong side, which looks like they could be, because on Dust 2, we were scared that we're gonna have a patient game, that we're gonna have SASHI standing back and just attacking when 30 seconds are left of the round. But no, this time on Nuke, everything is going to change, and that makes everything change. That makes everything even more interesting, because currently Fly and Stomach, I think they didn't even get the time to comprehend what just happened among the A site and how their teammates were just eliminated. So SASHI are gonna win the pistols, and that it's looking good. As I'm saying, SASHI should be favorites. There is no other way to put it right now. SASHI are favorites in this best of 3 currently, but I do want to see a surprise from 9 just because that's the way I like to watch Counter-Strike, and I hope that 9 could give that to us. For now, it's looking good for SASHI.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of nuking, like any map, the pistol round, it's fine if it goes wrong. You always have the second map, the second round, excuse me, as a backup. This also shows me a similar approach, or at least it gives me a little bit of similarity or of a flashback of what we've seen earlier in the day on the best of 3 between EAC and Infinite. Again, really strong on T side, but now there are 2 different teams. However, we're still speaking about a top 60 team in the world against a top 140-ish. 100 and forward, 104. It's got it like that. Team 9 is, I think, it's on top 100 at the moment. So there is quite a gap there, and this is the perfect opportunity for them to clench up this gap. But SASHI has one map in their advantage, and not that, but also have the first round taken. And what is surprisingly and interesting is the fact that Team 9 decided to go for a force buy rather to going for a save. Let's see how this is going to play it out. Mister is going to be welcome with a bullet in his brain. There goes the free lobotomy delivered by Rels, and Akers desperately trying to catch that up, but he cannot tag anyone, unfortunately. Let's see how this rotation will look like. Rels has a good timing here with the potential of making a kill and stealing a weapon, but that is up to how he plays. Still 50 seconds left down the clock. 4 against 4. Bomb still in SASHI's possession. Still have some utilities. No death present.
I mean, it's a force buy after all, so 9 do really care about this round, and they'd want to do it as much as possible with the investments they've done. And this time SASHI came back to their old playstyle that we all know. Sejot's waiting, is gonna take the first, the second as well. Good from Sejot, but 2 trades are instantly coming in for SASHI, Zyphon and Betchy need to be the heroes, but this time Bielani will be closer than they expected, and now he's trying to run away as 9 are going to win the round thanks to Fly holding that cross angle. So it is a really good round, a really good answer coming from 9. That's exactly how things should be structured, if you ask me.
Yeah, for certain. Well, topic chosen and well said, considering that this is quite early and it's a city-sided heavy map. So you want to make sure that you have the best chances, or at least minimize your mistakes as much as possible, especially against SASHI. All they have one map lead point, and at the same time, this is their comfort map pick. Speaking of comfort,
Quick one.
third round will go really quickly. And Team 9, without too much of an effort, will successfully manage to get it. All right, I see you, Team 9.
Are looking better already.
Yeah, I mean, already making adjustments. I'm not sure what are the conversations or what is the let's say the general atmosphere, the vibe there, but they look way more calculated. I think the first round, the pistol round, and this one after that caught them a little bit by surprise, but they quickly managed to recover. And oh, I was about to read what was written on the yellow sticky note on the red container. Man, I swear I could never read what's written in there because I'm playing on low graphics and it's understandable. So
Priorities. Yeah, well, beyond this whole mentality of the players that are already on the server for 9, we should also talk and credit Barry, who is a coach with a lot of experience, who's a coach that has seen multiple similar scenarios as this one. So I believe that if 9 somehow find a way through this best of 3, we should also credit Barry, because he's up there between the greater coaches, or at least he's been there. Now, let's see what SASHI can do with the pistols. Unfortunately for them, is just Mr. left with a Glock. Not a single chance. When you walk out that door, you're gonna get it. And yeah, it is 9 keeping it going. That's the ideal way to start. After all, you need to win at least 7 or 8 rounds here on the city side to feel in comfort. Again, judging from a perspective where there's a lot of pressure on 9 right now.
yeah, that is indeed. But with this good start, things are still moving quite smoothly. I mean, this is the only time that we're going to see, at least for now, SASHI having access to full buy. And already you see Xiphon being spotted in the kill feed. So they have to figure out whichever way they want to play this round, but with one player less.
Not easy. But at least they get a player into secret. At least they have someone to take control of an important part of this map. And again, I am a big fan of Nuke, and I see the value of a good T-side. I believe that 9 could solve out the problems they've had previously just after the first half, if they manage to get as many rounds as possible and, you know, just get control over the map. You have to feel it. I was taking a look on HLTV and I see that 9 are sitting at almost 65% chances of winning based on the HLTV community. So they're still heavily favorites, I would say, in the eyes of the people.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we put the poll in the chat, not by too many percentages, 9 came up on top on SASHI. Also, one thing that is notable that is Team 9, they're playing without their main roster. So CJ had to sub in, which is now currently benched. But SASHI is playing with the full roster, and these guys have a lot of experience. And Aker dropped a 24 kill bomb last game, so I would say it's a little bit too early to draw conclusions. And considering how heavy this city-sided is, we even on DraculaN on season 2 or season 3, if I'm not mistaken, we've seen people like scores being like 9-3. And then when the team who had 3 losses on T side went to CT, it went to an overtime. So anything can happen at this point.
For sure. Well, we're gonna see what happens. Now, there come the pistol round. There come the half buy. I know that we've made a pretty good point previously on Dust 2 when we said that SASHI could always surprise when they have the pistols. So maybe this time we're gonna see something similar. The Molly is going to stop them for a bit, but there's someone struggling in the side already with Mr. taking out Raul. Stomach is going to survive. He takes a trade, but he's still among all the players of his opposition. And how much can he survive there? There needs to be some backup for him. The Heaven players are coming in. It's a complete war zone. You can't understand anything that's going on right now, and you won't even get a bomb plant, at least for now, because 9 are somehow still defending. They have all the players out in Heaven. Cab is gonna take one of them down. They have 2 more players there. One of them just dropped. Ilani is waiting in the side, and I don't know if Kabi heard that, but it just looks like he knows something. He's gonna take out Sejet as well. It's a 1v1, but he doesn't seem to have any idea about where Bielani would be exactly. And now it's all just about the mind games. It's all just about how you decide to position yourself. 33 seconds. The time is running out. Oh, Bielani is gonna miss that. And he now needs to follow his opponent. The bomb is planted. What is going on?
Interesting situation. Still has, I believe. Oh no, I saw the magazine drawing, and I thought that was a Molotov. A Molly would have indeed helped him, but look at that. Smoke have been thrown, and now his position is done as well. And oh my god, look at Gabby's reaction, man. I mean, I feel him. I feel you. But in the end, what could you have done with the HP and with the amount of resources that you were given? So in the end, it was a good try. But unfortunately for SASHI, Team 9 will continue with their round streak. I think this was the closest that Team SASHI has ever gotten ever since the following up the pistol round. So maybe a timeout could help them here.
Now, I'm a big fan of timeouts. You always need to talk when this kind of situations occur, but Cabby has played with that way too much, honestly. Ever since he got in that 1v1, he was so close of winning it a few times, but he was so close of losing it. So I would say that he just didn't check his positions correctly. And he wasn't aware of Bielani's position. Now I think we're going into a technical, am I right?
I don't know. Would you want to bet on this?
It could be a hydration break now that the World Cup has started.
I don't think it takes it. I don't think they deserve it. They need to win a round to deserve it.
Well, I mean, SASHI have won the round.
Yeah,
looking on 9, yeah, looking on 9, they are not really where I thought they would be financially after winning the Force buy. After SASHI won the pistols and then winning 4 more rounds in a row, I thought that there's gonna be a bit more in their bank accounts, but at this point it's not even about the money for SASHI. Okay, interesting first kill. Fly is gonna take a trade. Everything is so overstimulating when we get to fights like this, but at least nobody's gonna take the advantage for now. And it's time for SASHI to find that reply, because if I win 1 more round, they will make sure that they can't lose this half anymore. And after that, everything they win is just extra, so...
well, speaking of it, speaking of which, if 9 gets 2 more rounds, then it's going to be... No, actually... 3 more rounds, then the super advantage will be triggered. So that means when someone is 7 rounds over the other team. I think we only had 1 super advantage. That was between Instinct and EAT. And speaking of kills, look at that. Things starting to fall off for SASHI. And these things are not connecting at all. 9 is coming up on top on SASHI. And yeah, I would say, okay, I understand this is a city heavy side map, but I would have expected a different outcome, considering SASHI's win rate on Nuke, considering how we saw SASHI on the previous map. Aker having from 24 kills at the moment is sitting on 1 kill and 7 deaths. It's a little bit surprising, and yeah, for sure they need a refreshment to recover from this.
I don't know where all this energy is coming from for 9, but I do enjoy it, and I have to say that 9 on HLTV have played just 3 maps here on Duke, and I think their lineup has changed a bit over each game because they are separated by months, but they won against OG at some point here in Romania in a previous tournament. They won 13-11. They've beaten Gentlemates 13-4 on Nuke, and they've also won 13-0 against Hyper Spirit, a local team here in Romania. So you could argue that they have less experience on Nuke than SASHI, but they still have some good results to back them. Now, I don't know if that's relevant enough to help their case, but they're currently fighting to win the half, and I see that Belani really wants to take it. He's still in form, but at the same time, SASHI are pushing it, and now they take control of the A side. There needs to be a rotation from Fly, and a retake with 3 players coming out of heaven based on SASHI's position. I think it won't be the best idea. So if 9 really want to go for this retake, they will have to reposition quickly. But that tick we hear, that timer is running out in their despair.
Yeah, it's pretty much difficult to go here for a retake, even though you have the defuse kits. The positioning is really not favorable. I mean, you can enjoy some crispy extra frags here and there, but in the end, at least SASHI will enjoy their small snack, and that will be by getting another point into scoreboard, making it 6-2. Finally, after so many rounds, which were either one-sided or being lost really, I don't know, let's say, oh my god, the transition, production, what are you doing? Production, it made me thirsty. My god, what was that transition? Now let's see who is going to be the monster here. We don't have a monster because we are not playing an overpass, and we won't be having it in the next DraculaN seasons because Gabe Newell hates overpass, and overpass is my favorite map. But anyways, at least we can observe a game on Nuke, and play still has its up. Will this be the beginning of a round streak from SASHI?
Well, who knows? I mean, it is a good question. After all, 6-2, we could even get to another tie at the end of the first half. A shot from Zyphen there to take the trade, and you would never be able to guess what will happen. Again, this first half of Nuke could be described as chaos, because not only that you wouldn't be able to predict what is going on, but you also can't understand what's happening when fights are occurring on the side with 30 to 20 seconds left. But I would say that 9 would be able to close it just because I want to see a third map, just because. Oh, what a shot from Bechi. Okay, never mind. I think he's not on the same page as me. I think he doesn't agree to what I was just saying. Fly and Bielani, the last 2 players standing. Bomb down.
Ooh.
Fly, oh, so close of denying that bomb plant. He could have been the one to stop the round for SASHI, but now he has to work a lot, and Bielani would have to intervene as well, but it looks like they just settled for the save again. So 3 for SASHI. They get to half of the rounds that 9 have gathered so far, while the Polish side is still fighting to win the half, to at least get that advantage and to have something to cover them up in case they fail to win the pistols, because we know that they're not really that good on the pistols. We've seen it on Dust too, and we've seen it here at the beginning of Nuke as well. No saves.
Yep. Take no prisoners. This is what SASHI was saying it. And okay, if they can end it to 6-6 or 7-5, still is going to be good. And this good enough that they managed to finally force a tactical timeout from Team 9. So SASHI can still make this comeback. It is way more easier to come back from a 6-6, 7-5, even, I don't know, let's call it 8-4 than a 9-3, you know. That threat of being this close of hitting a double-digit score surely is going to put a lot of pressure. And this is DraculaN, right? I mean, this is type of tournament that you want to close the gap as much as possible. Anything can go. We've seen Tier 1 teams struggling in tournaments like this, so this is not the moment to just enjoy. I mean, sure, you can enjoy, but you need to show what you're capable of, especially when you have 150k price pool.
That's true, and it's also an event that is going to matter a lot for some of these names here in the next season, where I'm sure that each name that is playing here in DraculaN currently will be fighting for a spot in the major. So you could argue that you really need to have a good figure here, even though the season is going to end right after our tournament. Well, you need to win as much VRS as possible, and you don't want to let your opponents that already play the major take it in front of you. Coming back on Earth, we have round number 10, And we can see that 9 are on their last full buy, so it means that if they fail to win this round, it's probably going to be a really good argument for SASHI to equalize at the end of the half.
Oh, there
what a
it is. I was
shot.
about to say that no first blood has been drawn, and Zyphon will be the one who will be Flay Spray. And I have to say, Flay suddenly, I mean not suddenly, but on this second map, he has been consistently showing presence on the server with 11 and 4 and being on spot. Neither doesn't matter which type of weapon he has in his hands, either if it's a pistol, a M4, AK, or AWP. This guy has been here basically leading or serving as an example for Team 9. And let's see, it looks like it might be some sort of a push towards Secret and B, but it's a race against time with 20 seconds left down the line. Sijot is preparing for himself. Okay, he's trying to cover as much as he can, but everything is just a distraction, and the whole action is taking on A side, and just like that, Team 9 successfully managed to defend against Team SASHI. I think it was a little bit of a maybe time pressure or miscommunication. I really thought for a second these guys were going on B while there were 3 people on A side, especially with that pick made early from Team 9 and losing 1 player in the process. Well, now it's only a thing in the past.
Well, I think it's a map that could give you the feeling that nothing is working, especially when you lose 6 rounds in a row. You could say that you've tried everything and nothing is working, and you'd get to a point where you're stuck in your own head, especially as an IGL, and you don't really know what to call for your team. Now, Kavi's gonna take out Rald. It's a good beginning for SASHI in a moment where they're basically desperate, and that desperation is not gonna stop now because Aker and Kavi are left in a 2v3. At least Aker's gonna take another kill. He's been quiet for the start of this map. So Aker and Kavi in a 2v2. We were talking about how SASHI could have a chance here.
Yeah. We are about to witness something great, but until then, it's a 2 versus 2 situation. The bomb yet has not been planted. This is a really an easy scenario for both of them, right? These guys are basically playing wingman, 2 versus 2. Whoever wins this gets another round and basically saves their team's economy. Not too much pressure. It's also VRS on the line. Maybe someone will get kicked or benched. Not too much pressure. Joking, but 30 seconds left down the line, and Op is still a present. Flay's the one who has it. He's been consistent. Akor doesn't have too great of a KDA at the moment, but this is the perfect opportunity to change that one. Oh, looks like the pre-fire scared him. Anyways, let's go back to work, and we're going to plant it.
He's too far. He will have to beat a long road to get to the A site. Once again, I just feel it before the retake would start that this has the potential to be an awkward situation.
I don't know if I agree with the decision for both of them going towards heaven. Okay, no utilities left. It's now 1 versus 1. Op versus Cabby. He has the defuse kit. But that's not going to be the scenario. You can see Fly trying his best, but oh, there it is. Aww. There it is.
Look at him. All right.
I'm really curious if it belongs to one of the teams. It's maybe like a Lucky Charm or maybe... Oh, it's from the production. Okay. I mean, the production Dogo is going to bring a blessing for both production team and also for teams. But for teams, it's not going to be one side. It's going to enhance them. So, you know, it's animal blessed, spiritually blessed.
Yeah. Beautiful to have all sort of friends here in DraculaN. Just a big family with everyone who steps foot in our production. And with that being said, Last round brings 9 down to their last resources. You'll have rolls on just a pistol, you'll have less utilities than you're used to, and even with that, you're gonna take the entry frag. Bechi is now the first one eliminated, while Mister is also down to 7 HP, and Sejad has a good position. If he picks out now, this could be beautiful for 9, and they could double that advantage, but it's all about timing. Sejad is still gonna catch it. And the question is, how will SASHI react to that? Because they're going down to the B side once again. They have plenty of time left, and they could know about Bielani's position, but that is still really, really dangerous, and Bielani will show us why.
Ooh.
2 kills, and that's Aker all alone, once an MVP, and now just the last step that 9 need to take in order to win this half with a convincing performance. Aker is still gonna take out Sejad, but he has 4 more targets. How many of us really believe that Aker would do it in just 30 seconds? Because I don't, but he's gonna take another. And Mol is blocking him away. Ralz is already up on the other side of the wall. He needs to take the bomb from the ground, and there's just no way. I'm talking just to not shut up. Right now, I'm trying to cover over every step that Aker is doing, but we already know what the result is gonna be.
Well, at least he tried.
Yeah, I mean, sure, 2 kills.
But it was you know, unfortunate, and the setup was inevitable. The outcome was inevitable, as they say.
Those 2 kills are gonna look good in the final yearbook, but
Yeah,
for
and
the cause
the
of
KPAs, the performances.
yeah, but for the cause of the team, that's not really gonna help. So 8-4, what do we think? No, I think Nick.
Well, honestly, it's a good refreshment, good visual representation of what Team 9 is capable of. Once again, they are doing an incredible performance, considering they are not playing with full roster. Speaking about Nuke, Nuke is a really hard map to tell who's going to take. It's 8-4. If it was like 9-3 or 10-2, I would have said, like, okay, it's fine. We already know where this is going to. But SASHI had rounds where they definitely were strong. Now, it all will come down to pistols in the second round. And if this is going to fail for SASHI, then I think we can pack our stuff and go to our decisive map, which is going to be none other than Ancient. At least this is my point of view. Now, anything can goes, because this is DraculaN, and this is the tournaments of upset. It upsets so many people that they call that this is fixed matches, when in the end it's just that players that are choking and they are not making too major face. Nah, I'm joking, but oh, this is the perfect the UI that I was talking about. There it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, looks good. Back on Stream C, we did not have this sort of graphics for sure. It feels like it's my first time in a big town. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to look first time. A lot of colors here. But yeah, honestly, what I can say about this half is that I expected a bit more from SASHI, and maybe I'm disappointed because, okay, you just did everything you did on Dust 2 just to lose here. It just doesn't sound right. I don't know what they will be able of providing on the city side, and I hope that at least they're gonna match the level of 9, and if not, Ancient is it's hard to discuss now. Ancient is looking good for both the teams, but again, stats will become less relevant because 9 are not playing with their full lineup. So that 50% win rate they have out of 4 maps, it's not that relevant. At the same time, SASHI have 83% out of 6 maps. So you would give them the benefit of the doubt, and you'd say, okay, they failed here on Nuke, why wouldn't they win on Ancient? But you never know how 9 are going to play. And maybe the fact that they have 2 stand-ins are also making the game a bit more unpredictable.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was the one, or at least not me, but basically on Stream B, it was we witnessed the most overtimes on Nuke. And I think the biggest one from all the DraculaN series, it was the one between Nexus and I'm not sure to which team it was. It was Nexus Gaming, and I don't know who it was. I need to double check. There were 7 overtimes. And 2 days after that, there was another map it was the same map with 2 different teams. Once again, 5 overtime. So I'm not sure if you're going to see the same scenario or not, but considering that Nuke is basically the host of overtimes, I'm not excluding this scenario. So
fair enough. Who knows where today is gonna take it? Now let's see the pistols though. That's what I want to get over. Cabby already opens round number 13 by taking out Fly, and there are 4 players of 9 already getting into ramp. They're making comfortable steps towards heaven. Well, we can see that they still have a lurk. You're talking about Bielani, who's waiting to come from hot. Okay, Bister with the first. There's a player hiding behind them, and that's something that probably 9 would have never looked for. Cab is gonna take a second. And the pistols are slowly but surely falling apart for 9.
as you look at that, Gabby has got 3 kills for himself. And he got the 4th one, and looks like Aker is going to be the one that's going to steal it, but who cares in the end? Pistol round secured. Let's see how the second one will fall. So far, that's a great way to start the second half. Right foot on the dot. Everything went smoothly. One player held everyone. You still have some money. You don't have to waste it on utilities, armor, that much. Good things look for SASHI, at least for now.
Yeah, let's not get overthrown by that, because we can clearly remember how they won the first pistol round of this map as well, and after that, when they got a head-to-head with the Force, they lost and everything went down. So all we have to do is give them a bit more confidence. And if they get past this these few pistols of 9, we could talk about it. We could talk about what 9 can make out of this map. About what SASHI can make out of this map, sorry.
Let's see if Flay can take some heads, you know. In Romanian, we say it caps it. But let's see if this is going to be the scenario. And we'll have Rihanna singing in the background, "Man Down."
Good one. For now, Rihanna's certainly not gonna sing because everybody's pressing that shift. Everybody is silent, so there's not a single sound on Nuke right now. If you're not paying enough attention, you might fall asleep, but not this time, because Zyphon's gonna open the doors, take one, a second as well. He's ready to play. Cap is gonna find this another for his team. Fly after 2 kills eliminated, and nothing for Rals, as the IGL still yet to find that individual performance that everybody's looking for. So it is gonna be a round for SASHI. They are 2 away from equalizing, and it looks like they're waking up again. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say anything about a comeback, and after that we're gonna witness how it just doesn't happen anymore. All I want to see is that they're consistent, and if they manage to be consistent till the end, this is the point.
Yeah, and
sorry, this is the point.
Yeah. As you've previously mentioned, so far the things are starting to look way brighter. Oh no, wait! Did Zyphon just shot Aker without any reason? I mean, I understand the
Warning
excitement,
shot.
but oh yeah, true. Yeah, warning shot, misbehaving shot.
Yeah. And I wanted to say that this is the point I was talking about. 9, who have been kind of inspired team on the T side of Dust 2, now have to prove it again. And I know that we had a little chat about this. So now we got to that exact point where 9 have to keep that inspiration and prove that they know how to deal with a T side. Nice shot from Fly. He's trying to at least gather a few bodies before this round will be over. It's hard to believe they'll manage to win a 2v5 with just pistols, but maybe Fly is trying something that we can't think is possible. It's gonna be eliminated from behind, because I was starting to see him align that shot, and if that third bullet would have gone in, this round would have been crazy.
Look at that, from a 4-round advantage. Now just 10-15 minutes have passed, and we even forget of what happened in the first half. 7-8. Really hard to tell who's having advantage over who.
Yeah, you can't point out a favorite now. If in the beginning of the map 9 were the clear favorites and it looked like they were sprinting towards the victory, now it became harder to do it. It became almost impossible, I would say, to pick out a favorite and also be sure that it's the right decision. So yeah, it's a point of mystery, I would say. Dracula's castle always hides the best mysteries.
Surely, it is this scenario. I see some execution there. Oh, no one got there. Cyclone finds one. That is going to be none other than Flay. The sniper from 9. Looks like we are taking our backs and moving faster towards B. Misters, they're not giving away his position. Oh my god, bro, that tracking through smoke, it scares me. I mean, I know we see it with the X-ray, but I'm so uncomfortable. What a beautiful kill. It's a 4 versus 2. He's playing with the smokes. Mister is like a ninja, but instead of playing Ninja Gaiden, he's playing Dead by Daylight, hunting the remaining players from Team 9. Bomb is being planted. Yet, SASHI needs to be smoothly about it. And fast.
But how fast can you really be?
There it is, tries to go for a double kills, and in the end, SASHI will come up on top.
Yeah, Raldo is just not feeling it right now. Well, it is. We got to a point where I wouldn't have expected we'd get. Again, Birani couldn't have done more from that position. He saved Ralz once. After that, it was Ralz's moment to shine, but it was also a really complicated position, a really hard moment, so you can't really blame him for everything that has happened in that round. You can tell that 9 are starting to get a bit scared by what is going on, so it's a tie again. Both teams level. You don't know where this map is gonna go to, but you can point out that SASHI are a different team ever since that second half started.
8-8. Still have a round where you have full buy. Now, I'll be honest with you, I can see this, and I don't want to jinx it for myself, but I can somehow feel it. It's deep down my gut that we might have a overtime scenario if things are going this way. It is really hard to tell which team it's differentiate themselves. It's like Team 9, okay, gets a few rounds. SASHI comes behind them. Then Team 9 gets a few rounds ahead. Then SASHI come behind them again. So it's going to, if things keep going this way, an overtime and not only one, multiple overtimes can be included, because Nuke, it's not an easy map. I'll be like, at least from my perspective.
It's never easy. Counter-Strike is not an easy game either. And especially when you get to the point that you're playing LAN tournaments far away from your home because you're coming from either Poland or Denmark, well, it's not getting any easier.
It's not that far if you're coming from Poland to Romania, no?
I know. I'm sure that Pasha would have rode his bicycle right to our country, but...
And do a leg day until coming to Bucharest?
For sure. But it's still a bit of a distance. And it was also raining today.
Yeah, true.
You can always blame the rain here in Bucharest. What is going on? Just Betchy to represent SASHI, and a 4-round streak that has just been broken by Ralz and 9. So, they are back in advantage. At least they're gonna win in the last available moment for something like this. At least in the last moment you don't give out the advantage. And what are you going to do now? How are you going to defend it?
I'm not entirely sure how many timeouts each one of these teams have left. Now it's a little bit scary as the double-digit score will be unlocked.
Only if 9 managed to get past this round as well. You can see that Gabby and Aker are already struggling. But someone would need to be there in order to clear out everything that has been started. Mister is going to be the one to open round number 18 as smoke goes down right in front of main, and Cabby is trying to play it in stealth mode. But it's a position that always begs for a check. It's a position where you always need to pre-fire Zyphon with another, and Zyphon on AWP wasn't in my books. It's a double up setup, and we just let that get right under our noses, while Birani is going to be the last one standing, and I'm sure that he didn't even understand. And that's why I'm saying that everything is unpredictable. Previous round, 9 really strong, going in, taking their kills, really good. This round, nothing.
Yeah, it's just ups and downs. It's a one way, not much that you could do. Not even can get the bomb being planted as it's been dropped towards yard. 6 HP left. Best way is just sit on a chair, look at the clock, and be like, okay, it's my time to go into second round. That's it. And if you look at the economy, things that are not looking too great, right? $300 on Stelmac, Rals with $50. So probably it's good. They'll have to force, especially if Bilani has that AK-47. And surely a bump could have benefited them in a way better way than it is. So it's still 9-9 against Team 9. How many 9s can we get in a sentence?
I think all the 9s are here on Nuke.
Yeah, nobody has 9 kills. Imagine saying like, just for example, right? Rouse has 9 kills and the score is 9-9 between SASHI and Team 9.
Well, he could still do it.
Buzzers.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, we got a little showing of Fly's effect in this game overall, and so far he's looking really good. I knew that he's the one that could always step up in case Bielani won't be on that first position when it comes to kills and impact. So yeah, I'm wondering what this tactical will actually solve out for 9. Again, the pressure is all on their shoulders. I mean, at this point, if SASHI lose this map, okay, they could be disappointed, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. Instead, for 9, it's gonna be complicated. You're gonna have a tougher fight to take in order to qualify for the next stage, to qualify for the playoffs, to even get to the arena. You know that you're gonna have all the tough opponents on your way, so that's why I always insist that even though you get a second chance, it's never gonna be the same as playing in the upper bracket till the end. That double up setup still exists. Zyphon and Aker are still waiting, talking about the ops. Look at Aker doing the job. Mister is gonna be eliminated. Aker's trying to shoot at that box. I don't think that the wellbang is possible, but what are the ops cooking here? Because they took 3 kills together, and Betty helped with the other 2. So a really chill round. It felt like we've just watched a chill team from Denmark win a round without sweating.
All right, finally we have a team who's slowly starting to distance themselves. That is going to be SASHI 10-9. Now there's no point in celebrating that yet because Team 9 is really close. It's so close that they are about to unlock a double-digit score as well. They're really crucial. Oh, I like this position from Mister, and BC playing also default here. Okay, that, yeah, he was a death sentence. 4 against 4.
So remarkably, 9 are going to just give up on that plan they initially had. They're gonna wait for something to change. But I don't even know if waiting for SASHI to push you is the best idea, because SASHI are certainly not interested in that.
I tend to disagree. I mean, okay, surely they have 2 ops, but by playing around time could be a scenario. I don't believe that we've seen Team 9 losing by not planting the bomb. So in the end, if they catch SASHI on a bad rotation from swapping sides, it could benefit them. I mean, look at the PC. I'm not sure if we have anyone here from Heaven. Yeah, there is a Zyphon, but there is so much that one upper can do from Heaven, and with the bomb being the bomb god and you know, it's about to be implanted. Unfortunately for them, they have no smoke for Heaven, but there it is, taking the 8 side, 3 against 3, 2 defuse kits, and it's really hard to do. It's just 2 ops against 2 rifles and an op. Surely you have defuse kit, you have flashbangs, but yeah, this retakes feels like a fever dream. But never mind, we see here a kill with an USP and Zyphon gets taken out. It's a 1 against 1 between Aker and Flake. These guys have opened up, which is going to be, and there it is. Looks like 9 will come up on top on SASHI, and Flay will just point and click, and will successfully close the gap. Once again, 10 to 10. What did I tell you, Sudi, man? I swear, this is like Nuke is the overtime. It looks like it could be the overtime. 10 to 10, 9 to 9, 8 to 8. It's crazy. Honestly, it's really, really crazy.
Yeah, it looks very favorable for an overtime right now. At the same time, with 9 struggling financially and SASHI getting closer to that point as well, we could even assist to a team just stealing the map away in the last few seconds. 9 have just caught all of their confidence, and they decided that this time is a good, perfect moment to just push the site instead of waiting. And you can tell that this just took their opponents by surprise. They took the site by storm. And suddenly, Nuke became silent once again, and all that you hear is that bomb ticking, while it's clear for SASHI that they have no chance at winning this round, so they prefer saving 4 weapons, which financially will look good, but you also have to take in consideration that 9 are currently 2 rounds away from the victory here.
I think maybe SASHI wanted a break. And this guy said, okay, let's save it and talk about what to do next. Could be. I mean, it's a really beautiful nuke. You can see containers. Sometimes they're red, sometimes they're blue. And economically speaking, I think SASHI will desperately need to take this one. Otherwise, it's going to be match point, and you cannot make a credit here in CS, so you can get any other weapons. But Aker still has its up. He can do wonders with it, unless Play has something to say about it.
It's gonna be really awkward for SASHI in case they fail to win this round, as it's their last possibility of playing with weapons, even though they have 3 players with enough money in their bank accounts to at least buy, you know, the minimal needed, a weapon and maybe a few utilities next to an armor. But still, you don't want to play against a match point when you know that your resources are not really that good looking. Aker, he could risk a lot by picking here, and no, he's not gonna be spotted. I thought Fly is right behind that door. Instead, he's just waiting for the push. Once again, 9 will settle and will wait for the perfect moment to strike, as this could be that perfect moment. Aker is all alone. He needs to steal 1 before going down. The flash will not affect him. Oh, but that miss is not looking good, and he still wants that kill, but he's risking a lot here. Kabi will be lost on the way. No reason to pick that fast. At least Zyphon's gonna take a trade, and everything is going down now. But Ralz is already in a good position. He won't be able to catch anyone though, but if he keeps the flank going until he reaches main, that could be a really good position. That could be the round-winning position after all.
Oh my god, but look at Milani, he gets caught off guard, and so many things are happening from Heaven. 92 versus 2, which soonly will be converted into a 1 versus 1. He needs to plant the bomb. He cannot fake it anymore. Bomb has been planted, and it's Mr. against Rails. 1 versus 1. Mister has all the utilities that he needs, but that's not going to be enough. Mister, unfortunately, for his team, could not confirm the clutch, and Rouse will come up on top of it. And there it is, match point for Team 9. And it was such a crucial round for SASHI, both from the match perspective and points point of view, but also when it comes to economically and financially standing. And this was a tremendous outcome for SASHI, but such a good result for Team 9. And now the possibility for a third map will become a much more achievable result. And it looks like these players are hearing your wishes, Sudi. You said you wanted to have what is it called, a third map. Well, there it is. It could potentially happen, though.
Yeah, we're really close, just 5 kills away from that. And I'm sure that with that buy, it's gonna be really hard for SASHI. We could also get to that overtime as well, because you've been talking about the overtime, and I mean, 2 rounds, not that much. I'm really curious on how 9 are going to play this round, because we've seen somewhat of a mix. One round they try to be quiet and go silently towards the side and explode later on, and one round they were just explosive from the beginning and they wanted to push as fast as possible. 2 players lost by 9, but Aker's gonna trade there, and Zyphon finds another. What is happening? Bielani, the last one standing, a 1v3 after he took down Zyphon. Awkward timing, but Kabi is going to solve it out, and it is 12-11. So even now, when you think that is the perfect moment to talk about a third map, it could be too early. What will SASHI take out of their special hat in order to force the overtime here?
Honestly, I believe it's an overtime. If you judge by weapons, right, the stomach with the Mac 10 defense of the base of it, the Flay already gets the opening pick, and suddenly looks like Aker is not going to be the privileged one to have 20 kills. It's going to be Kabi, and from Team 9 we will have Flay. Look at this position. We're having a convention here. Looks like a Comic-Con, but it's not a Comic-Con. It's more like a PlantCon, because everyone is just rushing towards it. Beautiful smoke break here from Zyphon. Will try to get another one. Mister with a double kill here. Bomb has been about to be planted. 4 against 3. And now Seashot gets lost in the process. Ray being the only one left alive. Just an op and a dream to steal this map and pack our stuff to Ancient. I think the longer you delay SASHI, the harder will be to clench this map, especially in an overtime when every mistake will be accountable. What a beautiful pick from Flay. 1 against 1. PC against Flay! And Flay will successfully manage to clench this one and steal this map pick from SASHI.
That was incredible, honestly, and I would have never said that this is how the second map would end. Like, Fly, a true hero, and not only because he's closed out the map, but he's been consistently the best player that 9 have had. Later on, play tomorrow against the winner between Gamer Legion and Ascent. So Gamer Legion, the favorites, probably.
Most likely.
Such a dramatic music, do you hear it?
Yeah.
That means only one thing.
A clash of clans, as you can think of, as you can say.
Exactly, it means only one thing. We're here, Ancient, right here between 9, starting on the city side, and SASHI on the T side. So, with no other comments about anything else, let's see it. SASHI are not gonna waste any time. Okay, they're going straight in. It's the same thing we've seen from them in the first pistol round of Nuke. They're gonna try it again, and for now, it could be named a success, but you have to take 4 more players out and plant that bomb, and I'm sure that the dual Berettas of Stomach and Fly will do something. Sorry, Stomach actually had his P20. But in the end, oh, how many kills can Fly do with that 1 HP and he's still alive? If Mr. takes him out, he could steal the gun as well. And after that, a 1v1 against Ralphs sounds good, but it's really hard to make it out alive of that temple. I'm afraid that even though SASHI have started this round really, really well, Fly with his dual Berettas will steal it out.
It's still a doable, right? It's Mr. against Rouse and Flay, all having his Glock fully loaded. Just need to basically whistle at Flay's direction and he'll die. But things would have been way more differently if he had that bomb. If he had that bomb, he could have planned it. He could have played it however he wanted. He could have went around the world. But by not having the bomb, you can feel the frustration, the pressure, the nervousness in his gameplay. And in the end, even though he had the good read there, 9 will come up on top, especially in the first round. And yeah, that is going to summarize. But okay, we still have 2 more rounds to go. Then we have to see what's going to be SASHI's pick on it without having the bomb plant. I think it is safely to say, yeah, they will go on an eco. Yeah, right, considering there's not enough cash on their disposal. It feels like I'm back in college with the money cash reserve, but let's see if these guys can manage it better than I did. So we have a slow push towards mid. Oh, Kobe! And now another one, and everyone dies from that nade. That would be cinema.
What happened though? They might get their chance to get into the side. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, Fly, that's how he wants to play. Another good nade and just end it all. Fly with the ace. Who else if not Fly? He's already stepping up big time for 9, and we're talking about just 2 rounds, but I always like to hype up this sort of situations, and there it is. First ace, maybe today, I don't know about the Infinite game.
There was also an ace there, yeah. I mean, I know people would say like, oh, but these casters are overreacted. It's just an eco, bro. These guys did not have weapons. Oh, my ticket is not working. It's fixed, bro. We get it, all right? It's just the fact that there was this setup and basically it was so flawlessly executed. And DraculaN is the scenario. It's basically the environment where there is a lot of, how should I say, missed opportunities. There are many upsets. There are a lot of great plays. That's why we have our production, and we have Icy, right, who makes all the frag movies. We've seen them in semifinals and finals, and basically we compact all together what's happening in a season. So there's a lot of things that is going on, and those are worth celebrating because this is what basically makes the game worth watching. And speaking of worth watching, I'm curious to see if SASHI will break early into this, or they'll have to leave another round without economy in order to build momentum. So it's we'll just have to wait and see this.
Okay, that's Kabi. Good beginning of the round again. Probably one of the main reasons why SASHI weren't able to close out the previous map would be that they've lost too many rounds in the beginning of the game, and I'd say that it was a bit just too late when they started fragging out, and they just had too little rounds left to make mistakes or to lose, and that's why they got to the point where they lost. And now it would be better for them to try and start winning as fast as possible. As of now, this round is looking really good. The bomb is down already with Sejo down to 39 HP as well. There's gonna be a pick coming from heaven though. Everything just falls under quietness once again as Stomach hints at a save. He's not going to try this round anymore, so it is SASHI finally adding their first point there.
Yeah, there's not much that it could be done, and look at the positioning. It's going to be SASHI breaking the streak from 9 quite early.
That's what you want to see. Again, I would prefer a map where both teams would be fragging out. They will go band for band. Now, it all depends on how SASHI will move.
You basically want to see a map where everyone will just shoot, no tactics, no nothing, just like one tap, don't slide, Santaris pick.
Well,
like
why
Mirage.
Not? Why not?
Mirage.
Why not? I wouldn't say exactly that. Like, I mean, it would be better to have a map where neither of the team take control for too long. Like they
Overpass.
have, huh?
Overpass?
Overpass. It would be
Yeah.
nice to see overpass.
You said the map, and I said, okay, overpass. I mean, it's going to be removed anyway, so might as
Yeah,
well enjoy it
it
while
is.
we
It is
can.
the last tournament of overpass here, right?
Yeah, yeah, before the new season starts, which is going to be in a couple of days or
Okay,
months.
okay. So someone just bring over that overpass.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see who's still cracking overpass. Right, round number 4, SASHI, aggressive once again. This time they're not gonna press the brakes, but instead they're going all in for whatever they wanna do there. Utilities are flying above. Meanwhile, Bielani, that's a beautiful position, a good setup. This time it looks like Nine have the best positions possible on the B side, so taking control of it wouldn't be a hard thing. But instead, what are you going to do in case SASHI decides to go over to the A side? Because that's where Nine are currently not looking that good. Sometimes you just have to gamble this way, you just have to try something and, you know, surprise your opponents, and it's going to work for a bit. What was that from Maker? Betchy, the last one standing, he is going to plant the bomb. But if he tries to cross, he might be dead. Sejot, easy target, but after that, what are you going to do with Stomach, who's up to full HP, and you're down to just 12 without any sort of utilities to help you out?
I mean, in the end, he's a lucky possessor of an AK. You know, one tap could end it all, and he can put
Oh,
all best. There it is. The first one connects, and now he needs to do the same with Stomach. But yeah, that nade is going to put him out of the equation. If nade wasn't available, perhaps things would have been different, which I doubt, because the position from where he got the kill would have gave him away regardless. But hey, unfortunate for SASHI, unfortunate for Nine. These guys are 2 rounds over SASHI, 3-2-1, and they're looking really promising so far. Look at that fast flash, man. Having two people being blind, I think it was really perfect. I saw similarly things like that executed on Mirage earlier today when EAC played Infinite, and I swear, like, you can tell by how they play. These guys have prac on this map. They have their strats. It's just a matter of timing, and if they manage to successfully think of any counter strat or something.
yeah. Well, you could argue that Nine getting the victory here and continuing in the upper bracket could be a big surprise, and I would say that SASHI would have to ask themselves a few questions, as it's never ideal to lose against a team that you know doesn't really have a full lineup right now. It's the last event of the season. You want to have the best performance you could get out of yourself, so I would say that SASHI have to do just a lot better than this.
I mean, I agree with you, but in the end, let's not be too harsh, okay? It's just the beginning. It's fine. You can beat a couple of rounds. If in the end, if they, I don't know, let's say like close it by 6-6 or even 7-5, or to be anywhere above 3 on the first half would be amazing. If they manage to lead, then this is the best case scenario. And look at Tomac has a good position there, but cannot confirm more than one. He gets taken out quite early. It's a 4 against 3. Looks like the boost is going to take place here. Bilami takes a heavy hit with that nade. He cannot even confirm it. What was that shot here from Aker? And suddenly, speaking of SASHI's moving forward, looks like Sudi, these guys are wanting to prove you that they're still in, with the bomb being planted, Flake being the only one left alive with just an USPS, and then up will be forced to save, and that's it. Second round. Goes second round for SASHI. Will come up on top and we'll see the light.
A much needed point, but it just did not convince me enough. Maybe I'm too harsh. Maybe I'm I don't know, too clinical when it comes to this discussion, but I'm just trying to, add the pressure that it needs to be. I mean, you can't afford, I am always going to support this, you can't afford to lose against a team that still doesn't have a full lineup. Quality players, but just a team that doesn't have that much experience as a whole with all of their 5 players. But again, players like Fly and Bilani are always gonna make your day really, really hard. So may the best team win. But again, Sashi will have to prove why experience is important as a team.
I think in general you are a hard man to please, Sudi, but this is a good thing because you know why? It's the content under the shell that it matters. So in the end, I truly believe we might see here probably an overtime. I think like these two teams, if they've been playing for like terms of a major format into a best of 5 or something, we could have seen multiple overtimes. And at the moment, we need to look at the economy. This is a crucial round for Team 9. Otherwise, it's not going to work out. Flay already finds BC with that up, but gets taken out immediately. 3 against 4. Bilani has a perfect setup, confirms one, but he didn't even confirm it. It was his teammate who got the kill. That's the interesting part. 3 against 2. Stomach will get an AK-47. The flash. Oh no. Okay, that was quite unfortunate, but fortunate enough for Cabby. 3 against 1. Seashore with an MP9. I think he will attempt of doing it. So even though he doesn't have a defuse kit, oh, he gets undetected here. But he doesn't have a smoke and he will die. Perhaps maybe searching for a weapon or going for a defuse would have been a little bit better, but in the end, there were more other unfortunate timings than this one. So now we are sitting on a 3-3.
Everything is equal again. And we're gonna see how 9 will react from now on. Of course, this is the round where you don't have any expectations from them. You can't expect 9 to show up in this round. They have just the pistols. But after that, when they get the full buy, they'll have to conquer SASHI. I see some of you guys in the chat saying about the caster curse. It might be. I don't know. I said that I want more from SASHI. And when I say that, I think we're getting closer to what I meant. This is more. This is looking more like an actual team that had the chances of winning this game. They had this game in their hand. Maybe another motive of why I'm talking so much about why they should be looking better. They had the whole fate of this game in their hands, and they've played with it.
I mean, honestly, just putting a caster curse as an argument, it's like, I don't know, blaming the sun for being hot outside. It's just the things that it happens. It's you have to just see the game as it is. We are just observing and commentating basically what we see. It's too early to happen and too early to draw conclusions. So rather, if you are a SASHI or a 9 fan, this is the best time for you to support them and just observe, because it's really hard to tell what is the direction of it. We are already long gone from a one-sided map pick or a favorable side map pick such as Nuke or others who did not play Overpass or whatsoever. So anything can go and anything can happen. And these guys, as we can see, they are wanting desperately to go further in the bracket, and who wouldn't want to do that, considering this is the last event in the series? And would you look at Flay with 11 kills and 4 deaths? But SASHI is not going to be underestimated. It's a 3 against 2. It's now the bomb will be planted on A, and Bilani will desperately try to at least get the kill, but he will be put down on a timeout with that molly. Now we'll have to go away. No diffuse kit, no heavy armor, no nothing. We'll have to walk away. Oh, okay. That crosshair placement. Okay. Oh, he's on the tip of the weapon. Let's go. Bilani gets another one. Oh my god. I swear, like, those smokes, without X-ray, it makes a lot of sense. With X-rays, as a caster or as an observer or whatever, when you see these parts, it makes you question a lot. So, or it makes you, I mean, it makes your heart skip a beat. Let's put it this way.
It makes everything so awkward.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it better.
I think this was my favorite word today. Awkward. Everything felt awkward. And the only thing that feels natural right now is the way that SASHI came back. It just felt natural. They started winning. They got a good round, and after that, you couldn't say it was a mistake from Nine or I don't know, just pure luck. For SASHI, it was just looking really good for them. And now it makes me wonder how will Nine find their answers here. Again, I was talking earlier about how the winning team here will play most likely against the favorites of the tournament, against Gamer Legion, and that's another one of those moments where you'll have to step up big, because if you manage to send the favorite down to the lower bracket, then you're basically on top of the world. You're the king of the hill, so you
Sure,
should be able.
you'll take all the credits. You will be like the David who has slain Goliath, essentially. So it would be a lot of good fortune or a lot of good credits, let's call it like this, it's going to come along the way. But that is not over until you have lifted the crown of Super DraculaN. So there's a lot of going on. What an aggressiveness happening on mid, and who's going to result 9 with multiple weapons. Really nice push here made from Sijot and Stomach, giving them a little bit of resources. And with the bomb being planted.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the bomb has been dropped. And the players from 9 are keep falling one after another, just like leaves from a tree.
But can Aker be the hero again? He's picked up the bomb. Feels like he knows exactly where both his opponents are standing at right now. And neither of them could do anything here. I mean, this is one of the hardest moments. You are separated from your teammates. So basically, this is not even a 2v1 right now. It's two 1v1s that Aker will have to take on. And with the Rals hiding in City, I think it's the obvious choice to take him out, as long as you know that your other opponent is somewhere among Cave. But it seems like Aker is asking himself too many things. One of the reasons why some of these situations fail for the player that is stuck in the clutch is that too much overthinking. But let's see how Aker plays this out. He's ready to pick City while Ralt is waiting on his teammate. Now he wants to go in. Spotted. Aker can't miss that. Oh, that is awkward once again, but Aker will hit it. And let's see the 1v1. Now he's playing the time. He knows that Fly knows exactly how an Opper would think in this situation. Aker behind the wall in time. The defuse is going in. The pros are never faking, and you already know that Fly still on the bomb. How is this going on? How is Fly winning this round so far? Oh my god, how did he manage to do that? And in the end, Aker will take him down, but that just has no value at all, because Aker has failed here. 10 seconds, full defuse, and Fly will steal it away. And I told you, an Opper always knows how another Opper would think about a situation like this. And I think that Fly had the perfect read, the perfect positioning, and that smoke was a paid actor in a moment of clutch.
I wonder how much it paid the smoke, honestly. Because I think it was way more than how much is it worth? $300?
It's priceless. Yeah. That smoke was priceless.
Priceless. Golden smoke.
How will SASHI recover from that?
Yeah, I mean, they still have a 1 round lead, so as you can see in this round, they go a little bit more aggressively. I think they just got activated by how the round was lost, and if you look at it, everyone is still alive and well. Well, it's just Rals and Flay chilling on the other side of the map with not much of an option given. With the bomb being planted, the best gamble that they can do and they can actually participate in is just to take some exit frags, and that's it. Even though they have defuse kits, being numerical outnumbered, it's not going to serve them any quality or any opportunity to hope for a comeback here.
Yeah, I would have thought that the previous round would have a big, I don't know, moral impact on both the teams, positively on 9 and negatively on SASHI's side, but it looks like it just wasn't the case. Oh, what a shot, Aker!
Yo!
All right.
What?
I mean, We just did
Get
not
the
expect
camera.
he's gonna miss every shot, right? He had to hit a shot at some point.
Damn! Look at him. He's smiling. He says, "Yeah, I've hit the shot."
That's me. That's me. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, coming once again in a moment where it just didn't matter at all, but at least it was beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
6-4 in favor of SASHI, and now they have the perfect chance of pushing it over the line and winning the first half, as 9 have just Fly's AWP and 4 other pistols, one of which will be eliminated now. We can't say that Stomach is caught in a good position, but let's see what Rolls can find here. He could surprise everybody. He's hiding in the smokes. He's gonna miss that, and Naker shoots through his teammate to take out his opponent.
Good decision though, and bomb being planted flawless. And considering the weaponry that these guys have, yep, not much that you can do. Just hopefully you go and stack towards someone, take his weapon, and sit in a corner before the timer runs out. But the human resources material are starting to be less and less. It's just Bilani with a pistol, and Flay will have to do the trade. And SASHI getting another one in their scorebooks. Oh, Bilani finds another one. He gets the weapon, gets a double kill, convert to a triple kill, Bilani! If you'd have done it a little bit more earlier and had the defuse kit, perhaps you could have got the round. Although this is going to be like a hit in the stomach, as some would say, for the economy, for SASHI, but yeah, I mean, it was a good. I think it was still a good outcome, even though the round lost. Decent outcome.
Yeah, I think our boy Icy could create a frag movie just out of these exit frags. Because they're not only a lot, but they're also looking really good. So, weird way to find your kills. Oh. Weird way to find your kills.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like we are back at it.
Feels like it, yeah. Few quiet moments for the last round of the half. Stomach already there to kick it off, but he's gonna be eliminated quickly. Feels like we've seen that play before with someone boosted up there and failing to defend. Kill for kill, and no team taking the advantage. Fly is still waiting to be activated, but instead he's just gonna be treated with a molly, and he has to stand back while SASHI are trying to plant the bomb. Oh, and that's the perfect chance. Set it up by Kabi, who's gonna take out Bielani. Fly still in that position. Has to chase his dreams. Has to be consistent, but nobody's gonna pick there. And he's wondering, what can he do in order to change this round?
Well, yeah, the bomb has not been planted. They're about to go and decide for a bomb side, but they cannot flash or smoke since only one nade is available, and you'll lose also Acre in the process. So this is going to be a 2 versus 2. One defuse kit will be available for play. Still have plenty of time, but waiting for that rotation from, I believe, yeah, from Flay to be on Donut so that Rals can push through CT.
Don't be starting
Time
to
is
tick
ticking.
faster. So
Okay.
awkward once again.
Oh! Well, there it is. Not much of a response from SASHI. As everything happened in an instant, and that is going to conclude our first half. Nice.
Yeah, 7-5. I mean, sounds good. After all, Sashi were the better team here, so it's totally deserved. At the same time, I wouldn't have placed 9 under 5 rounds here just because they weren't looking that bad. They were looking actually solid, and I think they could overturn this result we currently have on the scoreboard in the second half.
All right, looks like the playtime is over, and we will be back on our second half from the decisive match between SASHI and Nine. I would say we've been quite here for this best of three, and we have also upcoming interesting best of threes as well. But until we go there, we need to draw up the conclusion for this one. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure who's going to take this one out, but one thing is for certain is that we had an excitement run, and surely there were beautiful moments, and there were good sections that could be taken out and putting in a frag movie or just standalone. They highlight how does CES is being played by great guys like this. Okay, let's see. This is a rush towards Donut. Sijot will get a kill, but after his teammates died already, it's just a 4 versus 2. Well, unfortunately, it was a little bit too late, but at least gets the bomb planted. That's some extra cash. C-Shot gets outnumbered in the end, and now it's everything on Ral's shoulder to try to do something, but little does he know that he's being rushed from behind. Maybe he hears the footsteps, though. Does he hear it?
Don't even know. But that defense is already done and dusted, so doesn't
And
even
and
matter.
he also have SASHI got the defuse kit in the first round. We haven't seen that from 9 when they were on CT, I believe.
You know, defuse kit can always make the difference, especially in a round like this. I mean, just you don't have that pressure on your shoulders that you need to be quick, you need to push, you need to try to win the round as fast as possible. You can take it in your own rhythm, and with that defuse kit, you're certainly going to defuse the bomb in time. But with that being said, we can see how important this pistol round is, because now the score is 8-5, 3 rounds in between these teams, and now 9, of course, after planting the bomb, had no other option than forcing. So if they fail to win here, it's a really big chance. It's almost certain that we're gonna have SASHI at double digits, and with 5 rounds in between these teams, the question is how will 9 react and how much time do they have left?
That's for certain, and it's still a good position to make some plays. We'll see how this one it's going to be. Up, still timeout. It will be an option here. So far, 9 had a great run, and it's far from being over yet. This is going to give away some positioning here, but the pre-fire could have ended someone. Let's see BC with that nade. Oh, that was a pretty decent amount of damage there. Not converted to a kill. Speaking of kills, the first blood have already been drawn. Trade after trade. Yeah. Oh, look at the comeback. Gets one. Oh, I really thought the spray was going to end up SASHI's rotation.
That position could have ended the whole round, but now instead you have a 1v1 between Mr. and Fly. We've seen Fly in this position many times already. Now there's gonna be a push, and how can Fly escape from there? He needs to hit the shot. Oh, but the M4 is gonna win it.
He hits it in the end. What a beautiful outcome for SASHI.
That was so close anyways.
It all came down in the end to a game of hide and seek.
Always sweating on these chairs, but you love to see a beautiful Counter-Strike game.
I don't think they're sweating because they have AC, no?
Well, they're not, but I am for sure.
True, fair enough. Now this timeout will give opportunity for SASHI to confirm it, right? They're going to either fight, I believe you said Gamer Legion or Ascent tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, just have to lock in SASHI to confirm it, and 9 needs to give them the same treatment that they gave on the last map when they successfully managed to steal it from SASHI. SASHI is a heavy opponent if you think of it. I mean, it was the team who eliminated Liquid, it was the team who defeated Fnatic. And all of this, the performance that I'm telling, it was in a DraculaN. So
they are certainly a dangerous name, and they are certainly a team that you can be scared of. But let's see how they will treat... Oh, beautiful from Cabby. I can't even finish my sentence because that was just beautiful. Cabby spinning and shooting. Mister will be lost on the way, but does it really matter in the grand scheme? Because you already have the one-man advantage. And as the A side will not be pushed any further by 9 with Soma going back, they will probably group together and try their last chances of this round in B. And I think this round, the fact that they got another force buy could make the things even worse, because if they lose another round here,
I don't think they will have enough money. Even if they plant the bomb, I don't think it's enough. And you can't just go force by force to try and strike at some point because it might be too late. Down and
Now let's
SASHI.
see. This he can make this retake here. Just one diffuse kit available, but this he can be passed. Already has a good starting with one player being dead, and now it all comes down to play shoulders with one Deagle. Is just like playing aim warm up, being every corner, being cornered by everyone who's rushing towards you, and Flame takes a lot of blame to himself, even though there was not much that he could do from that position and with that weapon. And in the end, will be SASHI the one victorious out of that outcome, unlocking a double-digit score and being closely from winning this map and advancing forward in the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb was planted, so I'm wondering what Barry will tell his team to do in a moment like this. It looks like it's going to be a half buy. Fly is the only one going for a weapon. He has the hero AK, while the other players of 9 will have pistols. So it's again, we got to that point where we have to say that the pistols are always dangerous and you should never count out those weapons. But I mean, if 9 fail to win, their chances will drop by a mile, and it's gonna be really hard to pick anything up.
To a certainty. Well, hard to say it's going to be the play here. Until they figure that out, they're just going to hold corners. No one is showing themselves. Utilities are barely existing for Team 9.
Neither can SASHI say they have too many utilities.
They got a discount, you know, like one buys and he has for the rest of the team. It's just like when you go on a trip.
That's right.
Share it with your dudes, your friends.
Now Cab is the only one standing on utilities, while 9 are delaying this push as much as possible. There's a flash flying over Donut. Cab is waiting. What a shot there. Okay. Rouse wants more from this game. He's gonna take an M4 and he leads his team straight into a clear A side on a 4v4. But it's not really that clear when Aker is close to it. Zyphon's gonna take one as well. Aker eliminated. A 2v1 now that Mr. took out another kill, and Rouse doesn't have time to do it. He's gonna take a kill, but Zyphon's out of there. And that bomb will not be planted in time. Now he's going on the hunt, but the AWP has been taken from the ground by Rouse, and it will not be recovered by Zyphon in time. But at this point of the game, what is more important, the op or the point? And I think the answer is clear. SASHI 2 rounds away from the victory, and it's been a huge wake-up call. I think that nuke was a huge wake-up call for SASHI, and that's what brought them to this point. Look at 9's buy. Beautiful, but it could be the last one if they fail to convert it.
That's certainly a good point that you made there. In the end, we see already 9 getting taken out quite early. Once again, C-Shot being taken out of the equation. Attempted to push towards red, but there is Aker. Oh, but
Timing is perfect.
he made the steps. Yeah, there it is. Here, Delaney played it perfectly. Knew Aker's positioning, and oh, looks like the trade is not going to come in. Mr. loses his duel, but Gabby catches the rotation, gives a signal to his team, and be like, "Yo, these guys are going on A." And now everyone seems to be moving by his skull. 3 against 3. Now look at BZ. This guy has a perfect timing. Gets traded up. At least he got the information. 2 ops against 2 rifles. Wow. That's going to be a tough one for 9 to defend it, even though all it takes is just one shot. There it is. First one goes. Flay. It is up to Flay to carry this one for his team. Oh, if that would have connected. things would have been differently. But he doesn't have there. Oh, there it is. He cannot defuse the bomb. No way.
What is
And
going
just
on?
like that play, it's going to clutch this one out for his team. What an incredible play, man. I have to give it to him.
That reaction
Look
from
at that
Zyphon is...
reaction.
I mean, I get it. I do get it. To some extent, he's right. I can't understand either. But I don't know if filling your mind with what just happened is the best thing when you're 2 rounds away from winning. That timeout was a necessity, but I think they have to get over it as fast as possible. You can't let a round like that with no pressure under you to destroy what's left of this game. Handen needs to chill down a bit as well. It was just a miscommunication that helped 9 survive again. And I told you that this round of a full buy for 9 is gonna matter a lot. It did in the end. And now look at SASHI's economy. People are saying 11 is all they get. What do we think, Zach?
There are some big words at the moment because these guys are leading at the. They're leading so far. I mean, surely that was a mistake which cost them economy, and we've seen from their reaction that it clearly was not supposed to happen. But there are multiple things that can happen. As for example, that kill while bomb has been planted, it was a perfect timing there, and I have nothing to add more.
Good position. What are the pistols doing here? Aker in a 1v1 against Fly. We've seen this before, and we know that Fly managed to defeat Aker last time. We were here on the B side when it happened, but the positions were different. So let's see who is gonna win this duel this time. 2 of the hottest players we've had today, and this time it's gonna be Aker. He turned around. I was ready to scream for Fly, but it is Aker with just 4 HP. He is going to take it, and I think now everybody's happy on SASHI's side as they hit the match point, and they need just 1 more to qualify over for the next round of this group stage, and you know, keep the chances of taking the first place of the group here. And in case you guys don't know, I think the first place will qualify straight to the semifinals, so you will get past the quarterfinals. You won't have to stress with that, and you'll wait straight into the semis.
Yep, that's totally a good point. You can just relax and study your opponents. It's the perfect time to do so.
Beautiful way to answer to Fly. In my mind, there's an imaginary beef between them as they are both oppers for different teams. And I would say that right now Aker is on top of the world, and he's still going as Cabby will help him. 3 players left, 9 on crumbles right now, and they feel how this is so close to ending. What can they do here?
It's all in or nothing, and already CJ and Rels will be spotted in the bench, on the bench, excuse me. And Flay, we need to pull up a similar performance, because he did it previously, but he will not be given this opportunity. And unless Tamak and Bilani have some aces spare left in their sleeves, this could potentially be it. And might have here our winners. Only 40 seconds to find out.
2 players left, ready to get in. Stomak and Bielani. They are walking in together. Mister's gonna step in. Zyphon takes the last, and we have our winners. It's gonna be SASHI to qualify further in their group. We're talking about Group A.